we need to go back to a more natural diet. And you're like, all right, I'll leave.
We're going to start recording. Yeah, let's go.
We are rolling.
I'm going to. The mic's here. I don't know if you want to refer to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feel free if you don't want to.
No, we will be.
Lily May said that you call her the Queen.
Yeah.
Feel free to call me the Court Jester.
Okay. Sure.
I think it applies.
Okay. Sure. Well, I think that's as good an introduction. That's the voice of Sadie, by the way. Queen Lily May. That's going in.
Brilliant.
Queen Lily May isn't with us today. That's the voice of Sadie, who will be filling in for Queen Lily May today.
And
we are in safe hands. We worked together. Sadie worked on In Sickness and in Health with me and Claire.
Nice one.
So
nice one.
We're all good.
And you're court jester.
I'm taking the
So what
title.
are we then? If we're not the idiots,
we're Privy Chamber. The Privy Chamber is literally it's basically the people who help the monarch go to the toilet. It's the Privy.
Didn't Henry VIII have 8 of them? Well, weird. But didn't
I
he
imagine
have 4 of them?
I imagine Henry VIII was like late Elvis in sort of toilet terms, like quite a big deal when he wants to go. I also imagine his diet was terrible. I bet he had no fibre.
I think he had 4 people to wipe his ass or something like that.
Was one maybe one of them was wiping the other one's ass? So it was like a chain.
Like
they're all like
human centipede,
like human centipede, but just not as a milder version.
Yeah. Didn't his body blow up or something?
Might have done. I mean, honestly,
apparently his body blew up.
His leg. He had an abscess on his leg. That must have been.
It really kicked up, didn't it?
Yeah. Without antibiotics, I remember when I was at school, my girlfriend at school was studying.
She had a pussy leg.
She had a huge abscess on her leg, and she was the King of England. Massive Privy Chamber, though. That's see what massive Privy Chamber on her.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah. So, yeah, no. 4 men working in there at all times. Just, I don't know, man. How are we already on this? This is terrible.
No, this is great.
Okay. Anyway, none of that's true. But what is true is that she was studying to become a doctor. She was studying. She was going to apply to do medicine,
right? And
got in fact. And as far as I know, is now a doctor. And I remember she was reading this book about the history of medicine, and basically it said until they invented antibiotics, all of it was basically pointless. It was like none of this did anything. And then antibiotics comes along, and it's like that's the first time, really. Like if you went to a doctor in the Victorian era, basically. Might as well go to no one. Yeah. Might as well go to a carpenter or something. Like it's just a person. They might help, they might not, they might make it worse.
They just would not wash their hands and stuff, would they?
They would, I love that. Was it like Florence Nightingale was like, should we wash our hands? And they were like, why weren't they doing that?
They just
wouldn't. I think she was the first person. She was like, her big thing, not her big thing, but one of her huge interventions was like, should we just wash our hands before we start rooting around?
Yeah, let's clean the beds and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's clean things down. Yeah, no, germ theory, germs is really recent.
Yeah.
Like in human history. It's a really
didn't
recent
know anything,
discovery.
did we?
There's that bloke, Jon Snow, I think I spoke about
right.
it before.
Yeah.
Who was convinced when there was like a few cholera epidemics in London.
Yeah.
He was like, and they were just like, oh, it's bad air.
Yeah.
They were just, what do they call it?
Miasma.
Yeah, they were just, they were like, it's bad air.
Miasma. I love the fact that they just what I know is they know it's a made up word because they've just made it up. And then they're like, but it does exist. Yeah. And you're like, but we know you just made it up. Yeah. So how can it be?
But he did,
well, I suppose
there was
it's a name for an unknown, I suppose.
There was this cholera epidemic that came out and he managed to pinpoint it to a, what do they call it? A well. A well.
Yeah.
In Broad Street in London, and he did like work, like so he got a map and he did like a graph.
He would have had what they call a big wall of crazy on like in a detective show.
Yeah.
But it would have actually been. It would have worked.
He went from this. He worked out that it was this well because he put a sticker. There wasn't stickers at the time, but put a little post-it note on every house that had a death in it.
I love that you've revised it to post-it note.
And it was like,
they had them.
It was really concentrated, and then it got lesser and lesser and less. And he was like, right, it's got to be here. There's got to be something about this well there's something about this well. It's the water. And everyone was going, no, you're nuts.
Yeah.
What proof have you got? And he kept going back and getting more and more proof.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until after he died when people were like, do you know what? He was onto was onto something.
It's always a bit of a shame when people get credit after they die, isn't it?
Yeah. But he managed to work it out. And they worked out, they looked at this well that they did while he was doing his research. He was like, do me a favour, right? I know you think I'm a nutter, but can you just tell people to stop using this well? They took the handle off the well, so people would stop using it. And then the death stopped, right?
That's amazing.
What had happened was this well was right next to patient Zero's house. It was a baby, and they were just throwing shitty nappies down a cesspit, and the cesspit was leaking into the well.
Oh man!
The baby had died of cholera. The baby had got cholera, and then it was through her fecal matter that then the whole sort of everyone on that street was basically fucked. But he worked out there was a workhouse that had no deaths because they had their own water thing, and there was a brewery where none of the blokes died because all they drank was beer.
I see.
So he was just like, it's got to be this well. There's something about this well and this water that is killing people. But they just wouldn't. They were just like, no, it's miasma. It's bad air.
You know why I think it is? I think it's because miasma, or it's a really good word, isn't it?
It's great, isn't it?
Miasma.
It's a good name for a band.
Miasma,
for a sort of screamo.
Yeah.
Sort of like a
Maybe
Rammstein type of band.
Yeah. Or maybe sort of like shoegaze. Do you know? Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of shoes.
Yeah. Are these all right still?
They're fine, mate. We're past it. We've done the shoes.
I'm going to have to update them.
But I will say, what you do, knacker them out.
I do
like really quickery. Quickery.
I went to the... Quickery. Didn't that cause cholera?
It did, yeah.
They do, and actually, I do need to completely change all my shoes. They are leaking. I have the same day over and over again. Like I went to the zoo yesterday. I always go to the zoo, and my shoes were leaking. And I thought, this is just any day in my life. I'm at the zoo. What do you mean
your shoes are leaking?
I've got some...
From the outside in?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
From the sole in.
Right.
I've got some...
I thought... I was going to go, I don't think that's your shoes, mate. There's something on with the foot there. If there's something leaking, if your shoes are leaking.
Yeah, the veins of the shoe. Have you ever worn sealskin socks?
No.
They're waterproof socks.
Right. They're made from sealskins.
They're not, but I believe that they ape the qualities of sealskin.
Right.
And in a way, it's just plastic in a sock, I think.
Right.
But they're all right. When I filmed the festival, quite a lot of the crew were wearing sealskins.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the thing is, they get soaking wet, the socks, but it doesn't permeate through to your skin. So you're basically going around. It's like wearing not a wetsuit, because that famously does let water in. Like a dry suit for your foot.
Well, just those Veruca socks that you can get for swimming. The kids wear.
Yeah. I used to get terrible Verucas. I used to shave them off. Do you know that? But also, again, my razor etiquette is terrible. Did I tell you that when we did the first In-Betweeners film, Ian and Damon got me to shave the hairs around my arsehole? They said, I've occasionally spoken about this on, sometimes I do these kind of in conversation things, and this is a story I sometimes tell, but I've never said it on here. But I will. When we did the first film,
this is news to me.
Ian and Damon said, well, I mean, this is very strange. Ian and Damon said, okay, Joe, because of the nature of what we're filming tomorrow, we're going to need you to shave all the hairs around your arsehole tonight. And I did.
Were they joking? Because you don't know with them two sometimes.
I did it.
Yeah.
And then the next day, on about 3 or 4 occasions, I'd go over to them and say, I did that thing last night. I've shaved my arsehole. Yeah. And they would go, what are you talking about, mate? I think it was a joke.
Yeah.
But it's only very recently occurred to me that I just use my own razor, like my Gillette razor.
Yeah.
So much product placement now.
They do.
But also...
Well, it's the best a man can get, but carry on.
It's the best a man can get. And, I'm a man. So,
yeah.
And I did...
And you deserve the best.
And I want the best. So I got...
Your anus deserves the best.
It's the best a man's anus can get.
Yeah.
And it's only recently occurred to me, as I say, that I didn't like change. I just went back to shaving my face with it afterwards. I didn't change the blade.
I don't know, man. Would it make that much?
Probably not. It's all the same DNA, isn't it?
I assume you showered.
God, you've contaminated your face with your own DNA.
You showered and then shaved your anus. You didn't just go in dry.
I think I showered and shaved.
You got to sort of let the follicles get wet.
But also, when I was a kid, I would shave my verruca off in a kind of masochistic frenzy. But that was just my dad's razor. I didn't tell him I was doing it. I was just like,
he could have got fucking verrucas on his face.
Yeah, I know. I think I was just like, he'll get what he's given. You know, you have to have me.
I've only had a verruca.
It's ultimately his fault.
I had a verruca once when I was a kid. Even when I was a kid, I was like a bit germy. A bit sort of like
germaphobe.
Yeah, I don't like saying that because I don't think I'm a germaphobe.
No, it's okay. I understand.
But I don't, I didn't like sharing bottles with people and stuff like that.
Well,
all my mates would be like sharing from the same water bottle when we were playing football and stuff, and I'd just be dying of thirst, going, "I wish I'd brought my own one." But I got this verruca, and I was like, "What the fucking hell is that?" I was like,
what the fuck?
I was just like,
Who do I call? It's not the police.
Burst into my mum and dad's room. I was like, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what the hell that is. And they were like, it's all right, it's a verruca. They are difficult to get rid of, though, I think.
They're a complete... Bazooka's okay.
Bazooka that verruca.
That's what I ended up using. Yeah, I bazookaed the verruca, and I got to be honest, that was like gone.
I never had any luck. I tried to use all sorts of things. I used to get a special verruca. Well, I'd shave it off out of a kind of... I was a real masochist. I also had terrible spots on my legs.
Right.
I think because I used to wear these polyester school trousers that really irritated my skin. And I used to get salt and rub it into the spots. Not really because I thought it'd help, but just because I was like, I fucking hate this. It was like basically I just sort of...
Some sort of weird purge.
It was a weird sort of purge. I was like, I hate this.
Did you flog yourself? And things
I was borderline. It was a bit like that. It was a
think
bit
you
like,
would
what's that
flog
thing that they
yourself.
put around the leg? You know that Catholics, well, not all Catholics, but to mortify the flesh, they wear a. It looks like a garter, but it's made out of spiky chains.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it's just there to remind you to basically punish yourself all the time because you're a miserable sinner or whatever.
Yeah, I might have to get into a bit of that.
It'd keep you. Should we do one episode where we're both wearing one? See if it's any better.
Yeah.
See if I say a bit less.
Before we get into the podcast, because we still haven't even done the introduction yet, we haven't spoke about the Ricky Gervais show yet. So I just wanted to.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Because we need to talk about it at least once. Okay. I was thinking, I'm still listening to it. I'm still like going through all the old episodes again.
Yeah.
And I absolutely fucking love it. It's so good.
It's wonderful. It's amazing.
I've got some stuff, and I thought, and Joe's renovating his house at the moment, and what
I am,
because they always used to give their prizes were stuff that like
so funny.
Carl Pilkington found in the drawer and stuff like that.
I know.
I was thinking maybe we should start doing a competition because I've got stuff that I need to
win some of your old stuff.
Well, I've got stuff that I need to throw away, but they're like it's sort of I don't know. Some of it's quite cool.
I understand.
Some of it's
Well, Hannah accuses me of being a hoarder.
I've been accused of being a hoarder.
I don't think I'm a hoarder.
I don't think I am.
I think Hannah's a kind of. I think it's her who's got the problem. She blazes through the house like a sort of wind of fury, and stuff just valuable stuff.
Claire's the same. I just think she's unfeeling because Claire is like, you've just got this weird emotional attachment to stuff. Like I'll find a pair of socks that have got like holes in them, and I go, why don't I throw these away like my socks? And I go, no, I wore those on the day that we did this.
I maybe do have slightly too much, but I think Hannah appears to have almost no attachment to anything.
No.
I mean, I suppose it's salutary in a way. I think she would do one of those things where when somebody just gives away everything or burns everything. Is it like a Burning Man, isn't it? Didn't the guy give away all his possessions or something? The guy invented Burning Man. Something. But sometimes you get these rich people who are like, I just don't want any of it anymore. Yeah. I'm just going to set it all ablaze.
Yeah, just set it on fire.
She'd do that.
Yeah, Claire would as well.
Yeah.
Claire would. Her birthday.
Well, they should set up a festival together and it's to do, and you bring everything you own in a big truck and everyone has a truck and then together all the trucks just drive off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah. Onto a fire.
Onto a fire.
There needs to be a fire element into it.
Okay. I'm in my mind the trucks blow up when they explode. They blow up when they explode.
They usually do, don't they?
Sometimes they do.
Claire's got Claire's just so unsentimental.
Yeah.
Her birthday's coming up, and her friend said to me, "Oh, we should probably go out for her birthday, shouldn't we?" And I was like, "Yeah, I suppose so." She went, "Where should we go? What restaurants does she like?" And I went, "None." I was like, "I don't know." We should just go there because I was talking to her friend. I was like, we should just go there because we all like that place. So we should just go there. And then I told Claire, I was like, oh, by the way, we're going to go here for your birthday. Your mate's sorting it out. And she was like, oh, not really. She was like, the last couple of times I've been there, it's not been that great. I went, well, she asked me, where'd you like? And I was going, and I've never heard her say anything like, oh, that's my favourite restaurant, that is. And she started laughing. She was just laughing. I was like, I've never heard these words of like, oh, I love that place. I really enjoy going there. So I was just like, it doesn't really matter where we go.
Yeah. I'm sure did you go?
It's in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And it's a nice restaurant. It's a really lovely restaurant.
I'm sure, yeah.
Like, it's really nice, but Claire's just... Imagine being married to the woman impossible to please. Anyway, shall we... shall we...
I'm sure you do.
Shall we say hello?
Joe and James, Fact Up!
Welcome to Joe and James Fact Up. Each week we'll be bringing one another a fact we deem interesting, and our policy is the more interesting, the more true it is. That's the rule.
That's the rule.
We'll also dig into the weird things that you'd like to think are true, but you can't be bothered to do the research yourself in a segment we're calling Fact Check. And by the way, when we do Fact Check, our research is our brains, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
we decide.
Yeah, that's research.
We decide
it's a sort
real.
of pre-enlightenment research. It's like, what do I already know?
Yes.
And why does it make sense with the other things I already know?
Where does it fit in there?
Is there anything I can get rid of?
If you want to send us your facts, that's how your brain. Like, I remember, I'm sure I've mentioned this on the podcast
big pattern.
already. The way you told me, the way you described your brain. This was years ago when you said your brain was basically a computer, and it was a hard drive that wasn't finite. It had a certain amount of gig on it.
Yeah,
and some stuff you have to get rid of to then.
I think that is what the brain's like, and I think that it has sort of RAM and ROM. It has the kind of the kind of cold storage memory, and then it has the working memory, which is so you say when you're reading a book, right? In theory, you've read the whole book, so that's a bit like your RAM, but the bit you're reading at the moment is like the ROM. So you might remember one or two sentences ago, maybe, but if somebody said what was 5 paragraphs ago, you wouldn't be able to do it. So I think that's what it's like. And the same with focus as well.
Okay.
I think, anyway, yeah.
Thanks, Joe. Anyway, our email is hello.
That's part of the intro. Can we make that part of the intro? Just all of that.
I'll keep getting called out for interrupting you, so I'm going to stop now. And
I'm so sorry.
You asked for it.
You should.
All right.
You should.
Hello at joeandjamespod.com is our email address. We've also got a WhatsApp number 07822 034 330. You can also follow us on socials at Joe and James Pod, where you can also slide into our DMs. And if you... also full episodes are on YouTube. Just search for Joe and James Fact Up. Okay, Joe. Now, let's get Fact Up.
How are you, James?
Thank you very much for asking, Joe.
You're very welcome.
I'm good. It's an exciting week.
It's
a very exciting week.
I know why, but perhaps you should tell our... viewers and listeners why.
Thanks, mate. If you're watching this on the day of release, which is the 3rd of March, in a few days' time, I've got a little film coming out called Mother's Pride. Got the name wrong.
Easy for you to say.
Got the name wrong. It's called Mother's Pride. It's a really lovely little film. It's just really nice. It's not going to win any awards or anything, but it's just a really pleasant film. And also this week, me and Claire are doing the Buckley's live show, where we've managed to
somehow secure the services of a guy who's pretty difficult to.
Oh yeah,
because this guy is always working.
The only way
Hollywood.
You can get Joe Thomas to do something is if you have to ask him.
Yeah, you have to ask him or not ask. Sometimes. One time, my brother went to me. I've got a couple of mates who are getting married on the Isle of Skye next month, and I went, I don't think I can come, man. He was like, You're not invited. was just telling you. So sometimes I try and get into stuff without even. But yeah, I'm good with that, aren't I?
But if you're listening to this on the day of release, there might be a couple of tickets to come and see me and Claire and also Joe at the Palladium.
Yeah. What does the Palladium mean?
It's got to be some sort of Greek.
Seems to me.
Roman.
Sounds classical to me.
Oh. Sadie's looking up for us.
Palladium.
That's a really good question.
That is a good question. And I've got another one for you once we've dealt with this.
That can't be right.
Ooh, go on, what you got? No, I want the one.
It was a word that was invented last year.
I want the one that can't be right.
The top one says the chemical element of atomic number 46.
Polonium.
It says palladium, a rare silvery white metal resembling platinum.
Oh, maybe it is.
And then if you go to the next one, it says a safeguard or source of protection. That sounds
right.
more right.
That sounds more.
Yeah.
That sounds
you
more
can
like
imagine,
it.
Alexander going, get to the Palladium.
Get to the Palladium quick.
He was good, wasn't he?
James and Claire and Joe will look after us. Yeah. Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
He conquered the known world.
Yeah.
Is that Alexander the Great?
Yeah.
We're gonna do. Actually, that's not this episode, is it? It's the next episode we're going to do some. We could do it this. No, we'll do it next episode.
No, this episode.
This episode is freeform.
Yeah.
Freeform.
We'll get to that.
And another word that I'm interested in, the word Piccadilly. That's
Piccadilly.
hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
No one seems to know. It's just.
Also, what came first, Piccadilly or Piccalilli?
Again, absolute madness going on in that bit of the vocabulary.
I'd never heard of Piccalilli until I was like in my teens.
And
I think Partridge mentions it.
Piccalilli, yeah. It's a sort of, it's very much
like a yellow pickle sort of thing.
Yeah.
It looks grim. I've never tasted it. You know,
it's
what
got
I'm like.
bits of. It looks like if a load of vegetables have kind of had some sort of weird yellow oil slick over them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh God. It looks like, you know what it is? You know, in the 1990s there was a real thing about people being gunged.
I was about to say,
you know, get your own back. It looks like gunge. It looks like a load of vegetables have been stitched up by their kids, and they're like, gunge, mum and dad, and the cauliflowers go, oh no, I'm covered in gunge. That's Piccalilli. It looks like punishment for parent vegetables.
I think I do quite a good Dave Benson Phillips impression.
Okay, go on.
It's get your own back with me, Dave Benson Phillips.
The get your own back, the justification for gunging the parents was always like, he always wakes me up to go to school. Yeah. And it's like, boo!
Yeah. They make me brush my teeth every night before going to bed. You can't kill him!
You fucking paedophile! You fucking child abuser! Trying to feed them vegetables! Get in there! Hope you drown, you cunt! It was really unfair.
You can see the kids. They're like, if it was up to me,
I know.
It'd be a funnel going in their mouth.
I know. It wouldn't just be gunge in there. It'd be poison. It'd rip the flesh in your bones, you fucking dickhead. Trying to raise me.
But yeah,
trying to educate me. Providing for me.
I didn't know much about Piccalilli. But
who knows a lot, though?
But you know how weird I am with food, right?
Do you like it?
I've never had it. Like,
so you said,
because I'm one of those people where it is like, how do you know if you've not tried it? Yeah. I am just like, I know. I just do. Yeah. Because this happened to me a couple of times in my life, especially when I was a kid. Mum and Dad go, yeah. And I go, well, no, I don't like that. They go, well, you've never had it. And I go, well, no, I don't like it. They go, well, how do you know if you've never tried it? Yeah. I try it and I go, right, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I told you I didn't like it. I knew I didn't like it from looking at it. I knew I wouldn't like that. I remember one time, my mum used to make my packed lunch for me. I was in primary school. I must have been about 7.
Yeah.
Little boy, tiny little boy, 7 years old.
Yeah.
My mum would make her sandwiches and my sandwiches. She got them mixed up one day. I would only have plain ham sandwiches, right?
What was she
for my lunch? She had ham and pickle.
Okay.
Right?
Right. I thought it was going to be significantly worse than that, actually. But
no, I can't do pickle. Can't be doing with that.
No.
I instantly knew, even at the age of 7, I was like, she's made a mistake here. She's given me her sandwiches and she's taken hers.
And you were straight on the phone to Dave Benson
Phillips.
She's
taken mine. I was straight on the phone. I was thinking, this bitch is getting fucking gunged. Right? But the Sally, lunch lady Sally, she was so stern and she was going, eat it. And I was going, no, this is a mistake. God. I don't eat this. I don't like it. These are my mum's sandwiches. She's put them in my lunchbox by mistake. She was going, you're not leaving until you've eaten. You can't go to play until you've eaten. Forced me to eat these fucking... and I was like gagging and stuff.
There was a punishment at my school where you had to stand facing the wall with your nose touching the wall And I thought, this is like a prison thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking crazy.
It's corporal punishment almost.
It's horrible.
I remember one time I got sent to the
horrible.
corner for mucking about. And the corner was by the door to the classroom. And at some point during the lesson, I got sent to the corner, and then she opened the door, which sort of encased me in this sort of
prison.
Right. And then she forgot,
a little triangular room.
And then she forgot I was there, sent everyone off for lunch, and I stood there for about half an hour. Like, there was only about 20 minutes left of lunch. And there was a teacher went by, and I just went, "Hello." They went, "What are you doing in there?" I was sat in the corner, and I've not had any lunch yet. I've not had any. So then I went to lunch, and I was force fed some pickle and fucking grim school.
Oh,
and people go like,
yeah.
"Oh, why do kids not like school? We need to make kids like school. That's half the battle."
I know.
Especially when we were growing up, it was fucking awful. It was horrible.
It was horrible. No. There's not. There's lots of. My parents are both teachers or retired teachers, but like I do think there sometimes appear to be people who worked at schools who genuinely hated children, and you're like, what are you doing here? Then? What are you doing here? Because this isn't helpful. Like,
also, your parents taught a bit older.
They
right?
taught older, yeah.
I'm talking primary school. You get some real sinister.
Yeah, and I think also the sense of like, I'm not a fan of like shaming children. I really think that's sort of horrible, and it's always for stuff that the adult knows actually isn't that bad. Like I remember being at Cub Scouts once, and this boy, one of the sort of, I was a little middle class boy, and a boy had knocked on the door and tried to run away, and it was like, that's not that, and he was dragged in, and he had his head down. He had a hood on,
right?
And he was, and
basically knocked on the door. And
like knocked down Ginger or something.
Oh,
and they got him. They caught him,
right?
And they dragged him in.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
And they went.
That's all part of the game. That's that's why you play knockdown Ginger.
Oh, okay, fine. But they were literally going to us, like the good little boys.
Yeah.
Make sure you do not become like this boy.
Right.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
They were basically going, he's going to hell.
Right.
Like, it was really horrible. I thought, imagine being that boy. It's horrible.
I was constantly.
It's a child. It's a child.
I was constantly called stupid. When I was,
yeah.
And I know that doesn't sound bad, but when you're a tiny kid in primary school, you're constantly, "What are you doing, you stupid boy?
Yeah.
Why have you done that?"
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Oh well, I am stupid. They keep calling me stupid, so I won't bother." Hey Joe, we have got a voice note in from someone called Sam. I believe it's a would you rather.
Okay.
A little would you rather game.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right, guys, love the pod. It's Sam here from near Preston. It's not facts that I'm contacting you guys in about, but it's a question that's really split my friend group that I would argue, has some fact behind it. And the question is, if you were cursed, so every time you saw a dog, it attacked you and tried to kill you, or every time you saw a bird, it attacked you and tried to kill you. So every dog in the world, every bird in the world, which curse would you choose to have? Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Sam.
Remember that he said it split his friendship group. Yeah. So it suggests to me that there's more to this than meets the eye. Presumably the obvious answer is, I'll take the birds.
Yeah, I'll take the bird.
But, well, there you go. Birds. And I'll draw your attention to a film.
What's it called?
It's called The Birds, isn't it?
Right. Hitchcock film.
Hitchcock.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's if you see them. He said if you see a dog.
There's not, to my knowledge, a film out there called The Dogs by Hitchcock. And to me, that maybe is something that is worth just taking note of.
Cujo.
What's that?
The film. Is that the Stephen King film?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's just one dog, isn't it?
I think so.
So it's sad if you've got a pet.
Yeah,
and I think we don't have pet birds anymore because we're not Victorian sort of cartographers.
My nan had a pet bird, had a budgie.
I feel like it's really old school having a pet bird.
It seemed like the most miserable existence.
Yeah.
It had it was in a prison.
Oh, no.
It was in a prison.
You see bird cages and you're like...
I had a budgie.
Who did?
I had a budgie.
You had a budgie?
Yeah, I had a little budgie. Oh, God, I forgot all about this.
Oh.
It just flew away.
Well,
it flew out the front door. It just went.
I suppose
my dad was like, well, that's that then.
If I was a bird and I was in a cage and I once got free, I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck out. I cannot blame it.
It did.
I cannot blame it.
I just fancy my chances more against a load of birds rather than one dog, even just one.
I imagine that, and they're not like zombies, are they? You can kill them in a regular way.
Yeah, just snap their necks.
Snap their necks.
I've heard the only way you can stop a dog from attacking you is to stick a finger up his ass.
Well, that's the story I'm.
So you'll be really busy.
Well, the story I'm sticking to is I thought the dog was attacking me.
So why didn't you just use your finger?
I panicked. You know how it is.
I was holding it with both my hands.
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
I'm interested that it's split. When he says it's split a friendship group, does he mean like irrevocably?
You know what mates are like. It is just like, no, I'm not having that. Like you can, like this will, like they say, like there's this thing. I think it might be misogynistic, but there is just like, oh, blokes with their mates are so more simple than girls. They're always bitching about each other and stuff, and whereas blokes are just sort of like very easy. But then when something like that, when a conversation like that happens at the pub, some does come to blows. Yeah, like sometimes.
Yeah. No, I know,
especially if like there's a couple of pints in the mix as well.
I always feel that that football is a kind of irony-free zone as well, even at the sort of five-a-side level. You're not allowed to joke about.
What happened to me? Do you remember we did that soccer six thing?
Yeah.
At Stamford Bridge years and years ago.
I do remember that.
For a joke, we were playing. Maybe bleep his name. I don't know, but we were playing. And I'm not good at football. I'm more known for being an idiot and being funny, right? And there's a crowd of people that want to watch celebrities, people off the television play football.
And presumably their interest in us playing football is not that we're going to be really good at football.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny to see us fall over. And
we were waiting for a goal kick, and I was marking him, and we were moving back, and we were moving backwards, and I could see him walking towards me with his back towards me. So I just did that classic thing where I got down on all fours, and he and he fell over me.
Yeah,
he fell over me.
Is that called benching someone?
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
And then he got up and he went, right, that's it. You're fucking getting it, you cunt. I was like, all right, mate. I was like, what?
That is surprising. Yeah, I'm always amazed by the level of like, you go to play five-a-side football. The league I play in at the moment actually is rather, I seem to have made my way to a rather sort of gentle league. All the people we play against seem quite nice, but like I've played at various other levels.
People like Coxey, who I know.
There's Coxey, and it's nice.
I can't imagine him fucking.
Well, no, my team. I've always played on teams that I've felt like might. Although to be fair, some of the people change, don't they? People who seem very normal go onto a football pitch, and
well, fucking Morris is one of those.
Yeah, but you can't like.
That was one of the worst days of my life when we had a little five-a-side.
Oh yeah,
tournament.
I remember that. Yeah. We played at what's it called? Power League or something.
Yeah. What with the in-betweeners?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, it was the one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's there anymore. It was the one by Bethnal Green Road, the other side of Bethnal Green Road.
I don't particularly enjoy a problem I have with five-a-side is I don't know why it's necessary to make it so that you can't shoot inside. They draw a circle around the goal.
Yeah,
and you're not allowed to go inside. Now, I don't have my skill set is, if anything, I'm quite good at dribbling. Right. I'm all right at getting past people. I'm just going to say this. I can drop a shoulder.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
He's wily.
But I don't have a powerful shot.
Right.
And this game feels like it's been designed by people who...
I know, but even if you don't have a powerful shot, the pitches are so small.
I can't get it in.
Right.
Honestly. Well.
It's not what that dog said.
Oh my God almighty.
But no, we did.
Almighty.
We did a little evening of playing five-a-side football. Was
Yeah.
Ben Palmer there as well? Like it was.
I think so. Well, it was
was
cast. It was cast versus
Crew or something like that. Yeah. And
I do remember it being quite.
Ian Morris just turned.
It was
just
quite
turned
competitive.
into this because he was like the ball would come to me and I'd go mine like that. And he was like, "No, you can't say mine. You cannot say
You're
mine.
not allowed to say mine. That's true because it's
people."
confusing.
I was like, well, we're not
Because you can't identify the voices of. Oh no, you can. Oh no, you can't. No.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can identify the voices
I
of
remember
people.
him having a go at me for saying mine. I was like, oh, I thought we were going for a beer
At
after this, and just like
at this level, and also the level of aggression that you get. Like football, I always think like football's a wonderful game that is constantly borderline ruined by the spirit in which it's played. Like so much fucking whinging. Like if you like whinging, play football. Like most 50% of blokes' energy when they play football is spent like lobbying the ref. But like, he's done it again, ref. He's done it again. Like constantly, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up! It's like primarily like a sort of diplomatic exercise. Like, he's doing, look at this now! Look at this again! 3 times, just constant. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Oh, and also, it can be quite violent.
And it's fine. It's people you don't know, like calling you a cunt. And you're like, what's going on?
We've said cunt so many times in this
I
episode.
know.
Just quickly though, talking about football.
We haven't even finished the dog bird thing. We're supposed to be doing Sam's.
It's bird. I'm going bird. I'm going bird, Sam. What are you going with? Dog or bird? And be careful what you pick because this will this will destroy our friendship.
All right, bird.
Simon Bird.
Simon Bird.
Does Simon Bird attack
every time
you?
you see Simon Bird, he attacks you. Okay, what I'm going to say is I choose bird, but only with the caveat that it's every time I see a bird, it attacks me, not every time a bird sees me, it attacks me, because I see flocks of starlings and they're several thousand strong.
Yeah, but
if they see me,
like
I know, but that quantity.
You could smack them. You could stun them, honestly, and then stamp on them while they're on the ground.
I guess I could get inside a building.
You could wear a big coat with a hood. They could swarm you and stuff. They're not going to do anything.
A starling probably weighs, I don't know.
Starling, actually, no, they're probably about.
I mean, you're getting up to the point of 1,000. You're getting up to the point where what's a ton? 1,000 kilograms. So if a starling weighs,
are you thinking of like
half a kilogram, 2,000 starlings that they all land on you? There's like a ton weight landing. I get I understand why this is tricky, but I'm going to say if it's every time I see a bird, I'll just try not to see any birds.
Yeah.
And it's easier to avoid seeing birds than to avoid seeing dogs.
Yeah.
So if it's as he phrased it, I'll stay with. Oh man.
Joe and James, fact up.
We're on the fact. So do you want to hear my fact?
Go on.
Right. So there's no theme for this episode. So I've chosen a fact that I just think is a good fact. And this is that the first American to learn about the death of Stalin was Johnny Cash.
Is that a fact?
Well, he says it's a fact.
I've heard the story because he was in the RAF and he was a radio operator.
He was doing more. He was a Morse code person, and it's been queried a bit. And they're saying that he would have just been in Morse code, so he would have just sent it on, and he couldn't speak Russian and so on.
Right.
But let's say that it's true.
It's interesting enough.
It's interesting enough. I think it's two worlds that you don't think of as being connected in that way. Cash. So this is 1953, is it, when Stalin?
Cash Starling.
Yeah. Just a.
There's the title.
For the film.
Really awful pun.
Cash Starling.
Yeah.
To link to our bird thing.
Yeah.
What's it a pun on?
Cash Sterling.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's quite good.
No, it's not good, is it?
Well,
It's clearly not good.
there's Starling Bank as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
How's that work? It's not got cash in it.
I think I'm right in saying that is it a bank where the CEOs are female, which is very unusual. So they're like, we'll probably do a better job than men. And I think actually they sort of maybe do.
I don't want to sort of wade into this, but if it's up to me, what between me and Claire, what we do with our money.
Yeah, well, you waste it on
We'll be
night
in a-
shirts and so on,
we'll
don't
be-
you? So
we'd be in a lot of trouble.
yeah, I think Starling Bank have not invested in night shirts, and
They
that's
should do.
their big.
They should do. It's a booming industry.
That's their big success. They're like they pulled out of night shirts that market entirely, and that's serving them very well. But so it's 1953. So Johnny Cash, I've had quite a lot of singers seem to have been in the military.
Well, it was when, it was just a time where
Did the military? A lot of people just were in the military.
Yeah.
But I think the military maybe also quite like putting on shows and reviews. Do they? I think so.
Yeah, who
When I was
the
in
guy?
when I was in the Footlights, we once performed at a naval college.
Yeah.
And we had a joke about a cane, somebody having a cane, carrying a cane around, and they absolutely loved it. And we were like, that went down well.
Yeah.
And we found out afterwards it's because their Commodore carries a cane around, and they thought it was some reference to their Commodore.
Right.
So we stumbled upon a rich vein of sort of approval
I
from
wish I
these
was
sort of
there.
naval students, but actually it was a mistake.
I'm sure they loved that.
They were a very good audience, but I think maybe and didn't what's face Spike Milligan, he had a military background, didn't he, or
Yeah.
something?
I'll be honest though, like back in the day,
There was a book of, sorry.
if you'd sent me Spike Milligan, I'd be a bit like, oh, well, the other lad's got Melinda Messenger. And I'd be a bit disappointed.
I mean, I do remember that we once visited,
We went to Cyprus, didn't we?
we went to Cyprus, and they were pleased to see us.
Yeah.
But they were also saying, do you know any, are there any do you know any women? Because we've got quite a lot of men here already. It's very nice to see you. It's very nice to see 4 more blokes.
Yeah,
But we haven't seen any women for 6 months at all.
yeah.
And it'd just be nice to see one or talk to one. And again, very very pleased you're here. 4 more men. But I do remember that. But they were very nice, just weren't they?
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was great. I really enjoyed
And didn't
that.
they did the dance, didn't they?
Is
They
that
learned the
right?
dance
Yeah.
from the first film.
Yeah. No, it was nice. That was a really, really good experience.
I was mostly amazed by how young they were. They looked and probably were,
Yeah.
sort of 16 and stuff. I mean,
well, I think they were a bit older than that.
They're a
I'm
bit
sure there was a couple of 16-year-olds.
yeah.
But I think you got to be young and fit if you want to
I think you do,
really
yeah.
sort of.
Well, that's the thing that
I think you're young and fit when you join the army, and then if you want
Yeah.
to carry on
Yeah.
and make a career out of it, you keep yourself fit
yeah.
and you get used to that sort of thing.
That's the thing when I always think about which obviously I do because I'm a tragic man.
You're going to say
Would I conscription or
Yeah,
there's
I
a war?
constantly-
Would I go
constantly
and
terrified
volunteer?
about it.
And I guess what I'm mostly thinking about is would they actually want me?
I'd be a detriment.
With my,
man.
I'd have to make sure that I got fiber supplements and stuff because I've got a funny tummy and
like if
I
I
get
was
really tired. I need a lot of sleep. I'd have to be I'm gonna have to go to bed early. I'm afraid I can't do the watch because
like I don't know how they give
if I
out.
don't get to bed before midnight, I'll be so grumpy in the morning.
I don't know how they give out the grenades or whatever when they're in the
Yeah.
trench. But if it's on a tray and everyone takes
Yeah.
one, I'd trip over something,
It'll
blow us all up or something like that.
But so there you go, Johnny Cash,
So the first person in the
First
Western
person-
world,
first American.
first American.
And you do think, you've got this old dictator who's a product of the, 1910s, ultimately,
Yeah.
still knocking about. And then, meanwhile, in America, it's Johnny Cash, and it's a world that we can absolutely relate to.
Yeah.
It's rock and roll, and I suppose it does speak to the cultural difference between those two spheres at that point.
I'm not cutting him off.
No.
I'm not doing it
Brilliant
to keep
stuff.
getting told off. So I will just let him carry on.
I'm at the limit of saying anything
Okay.
even vaguely
Okay.
pertinent.
Right, Joe, it is time for fact check. This is the part of the show where we read a fact or question that you'd like us to get to the bottom of. We're going to read out the fact. I think you've got it, Joe. And then during the break, me and Joe will have a little think and we'll decide whether it is true or false.
Okay.
What's the fact?
Okay, James.
Yeah.
Buckley. So this week's fact check comes from Sam, different Sam,
Different Sam.
female Sam. So not voice note Sam.
Okay.
And she emailed to say, "G'day, boys." Oh, okay. So got an Aussie.
Yeah, definitely.
Aussie on the pod.
Absolutely. How you going?
Yeah. There's no way it couldn't. You're not allowed to say g'day unless you're Australian.
Oh, well. Carry on.
Oh no, hang on a minute. I've stitched myself
I've just
up.
seen it as well, yeah.
Good day, boys. Don't know why I said that. I'm actually from York in England. Okay. Well, it's a nice greeting.
Hold on, it goes
So
really
I'm
confusing.
a Pommy girl, but anyways, for the sake of this email, I'm an Aussie, as I do live in Perth, Western Australia. I see. Okay, I should have just read it out.
Yeah.
I'm Sam, by the way. Love the podcast. I've got a fact check that's going to fact your brains out.
Nice.
My husband Steve told me that if you piss off a crow, that it will attack you for the for the rest of its life, and then if that crow has babies, it will teach its kids to hate you too. So then those crows will attack you for the rest of their lives, and so on. You'll basically have a hitman sticker on your back for the rest of your life from a crow if you piss a crow off. Is this true, or is my husband being a dick? Because I'm gullible as shit and believe dumb stuff he tells me. Happy fact checking. Love your work. Thanks again, Sam.
Right.
Love that.
Let's have a little break. There'll be some adverts, I guess, and then we'll be back to let you know whether we think that is fact up. Fact or fact up? Is that what we're saying? I keep forgetting the rules.
No, fact up is fact. Fact up is that's good.
I thought, yeah.
And then the higher one is so fact it hurts.
hurts.
And I think we've never really established what we say if we don't think it's true.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out all
Okay.
together in a second.
Joe and James, fact up.
Welcome back to Joe and James Fact Up. We were just fact-checking on behalf of Sam, who wanted to know if crows hold grudges against people and pass the grudge on to their children. Initial thoughts, Joe?
Crows are supposed to be more intelligent than perhaps we've...
They're meant to be really good, like, puzzle solvers and
Yeah.
problem solvers and stuff,
Yeah.
aren't they?
They can do the quick crossword, but not the cryptic.
Can I chuck in some of the stuff
Yeah.
that I think I know about this? It's stuff that
absolutely.
maybe I've heard or whatever, right? Or
Right.
stuff that I might have created in my brain.
Well,
There is a problem with magpies in Australia. There's
Yeah.
a big magpie. They do like pick people, and they'll hang outside your house, and you have to run to your car. Or if you want to fucking ride a bicycle, you got no chance, mate. They will hunt you down. So there is already a bird problem in Australia. When I was a kid, there was my aunt and uncle and my cousins lived in a flat in Peckham, which is sounding a bit old, Only Fools and Horses, but they did, right? And they got, for a while, they had a crow that would, when they left the building to get to their car in the car park, that would just constantly attack them all the time.
So they can single out individuals, and this is perhaps where this. I did a gap year in Perth in Western Australia, and the main thing about these, I believe they were crows or maybe ravens, they're similar, was that they were incredibly loud. Like from dawn, you just have like it's not a nice bird song.
Yeah.
It's a kind of it's a guttural bleat.
It's not a blackbird.
No, it's
We've
not.
got a couple in our garden.
No, this is like.
I just stare at them. Claire thinks I'm a weirdo. Claire's like, you're definitely like getting to your 40s. So I just like open the, like during the summer, if I'm sprinkling, if I've got the sprinkler on the grass, some reason that like in the evening, that sort of, I don't know if it, because there's that thing about worms come to the surface if there's water or something, right?
Yeah, and after it's been raining, snails are.
So then we get a lot of birds in the evening, and there's one particular blackbird that sits on the back of our fence, and I just love it. Like it just makes me really happy. And she's like, "You are fucking sad. You are just proper in your middle age era."
It is, yeah. Bird watching does seem to be a thing that clicks in.
I bought a feeder and stuff.
Oh, that's
I had
nice.
to buy a special feeder because we've got squirrels as well.
Right.
So I had to buy a special feeder that squirrels can't get into.
Yes.
Because as far as I'm concerned, they're fine. They're thriving. They're doing absolutely
They're
fine.
definitely doing fine.
I just want
you don't need to feed squirrels.
The little finches and stuff to be able to get to this bird feeder. I had to buy a squirrel-proof bird
one
feeder.
So what's that got wire on it or something?
It's like a big dome. It's like a sort of dome, and then there's a cage, and yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it broke. Actually, I'm just remembering. It broke last year because I think a squirrel was trying to get into it and snapped it off the branch. It was like probably hanging off of it.
So this squirrel was like, if I can't eat, no one will.
Well, then it spilled out all over the floor, and I'm sure he got this. It was also dried. What do they call it? Worm meal or something, or mealworm? Mealworm.
Oh, mealworm.
It was basically dried caterpillars. I think they look like.
I think it probably is. So he basically had a sort of protein shake, effectively.
But there is a little bit of this. I just don't know.
Obviously the part where it feels like it's getting a bit stretched is this idea that it's handed down in the family.
Animals do that though. Animals do that. Again, I think I'm getting my information from Gervais.
Animals of Farthing Wood? Yeah.
Either the podcast or the XFM show where they talk about learned behaviour and that monkeys with salt or something.
It's possible for troops of monkeys to have a culture to some extent that is handed down, and it's not in the genes, it's learned.
And like you say, the crow is up there on the.
They're smarter than we have sometimes
give them credit for.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fact, man. I'm not going to go it's so fact up it hurts.
It's not so fact up it hurts, or so fact it hurts.
But again, I've heard similar stuff. I've had similar personal experiences with my family, my aunt and uncle in Peckham. I'm going to go fact.
Okay, it's fact.
We're going fact.
We're going to say it's fact.
Well, we've not got Queen Lily May here, but does the jester want?
Jester.
Jester. So, yes, it's scientifically supported, and studies have shown that crows can remember the specific human faces associated with a threat or negative experience for up to 17 years, and they teach their offspring which people to basically attack and harass.
Right.
So it's if they've had a neg. So you need to do you. They're like you started it.
Yeah.
But it is amazing. It's like these family feuds, isn't it? That goes. It's like the Montagues and the Capulets or something. It's handed down. And it's lost. Presumably, it's lost in the mist of time. What the incident was that first started it all off.
I wonder if you could change it to a more pleasant experience, like buy some seeds or something like that.
Give them a good experience.
And just when you leave your house, and you go, oh, here it comes. Maybe just hold out and just go. There you go. I'm a friend. I'm a friend. Peace.
Offer the olive branch.
Yeah.
Maybe get a dove to kind of intercede. Bird of peace.
And what if the dove starts attacking you?
If the dove's attacking you,
what if you've slighted the dove in some kind of way?
If the dove,
because I bet they could. They seem like little pricks. I bet doves could if you don't stroke them well enough.
What's interesting about doves is that although they're the bird of peace, I've never heard anyone say anything nice about a specific dove. I've heard nice things about. It's basically a pigeon. Is it? Well, I don't know. Let's say for now, it's basically a pigeon.
Yeah.
And I've heard people say nice things about pigeons than about doves. But beyond their status,
depends what pigeon.
They're a bit like pandas, aren't they? Doves. They've got this one high profile job as like sort of
magician's assistant.
There's this kind of but also as the bird of
peace. Yeah,
the bird of peace, right? And the panda is kind of.
Well, it was Noah, wasn't it? He sent a dove out, and it came back with an olive branch. Is that what it was?
Oh, it did, and that was land, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was the end of the flood.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah,
it seems right to me.
It's what you mean by right. I mean, I think it's.
Oh, we don't have to look that up. It's right in my head.
So what we're saying is
it's fact.
It's fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just done that.
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I do my fact, Joe? It's not that interesting, to be honest.
No, I think you should.
Okay, so we were given free rein. And I honestly, I think I fumbled a little bit. I could have gone anywhere, and I was so excited that we didn't have a theme.
It's hard to not be constrained at all.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, what can I talk about? And I love space. Absolutely love space. Don't understand much of it. It blows my mind.
There's a lot of it about.
There's a lot of it about.
There's a lot of it out there.
And I was coming up with some facts that I thought would interest you, and then I started going down a little rabbit hole where it just became a bit depressing. and then I just thought, do you know what? That also suits us.
Yeah, Do you ever use the thing when you were small where you would just imagine the idea of something going on forever and ever?
Yeah.
And ever.
Yeah.
It was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Carry on.
Not 100% sure what that point was there, Joe. I'll be honest with you. But I'll do my facts quickly. There doesn't need to be that much of a reaction. I just have, what would you call it? Astrologically? Is that a word?
Yes.
Yeah. Pick the top.
No, well, astronomically. Probably.
Astronomically. Okay. Just picked the top 5 ways the Earth could be destroyed.
Okay. That's what.
But not through like man-made stuff, just stuff that we can't do anything about.
I like that. That's what.
Like,
happens.
not that it's just a nuclear war, like, but just like we're just sat here on the planet and it's all outside stuff.
No, absolutely. No, I like that. There's too much of us ending the world. Let's have some.
In at number 5.
I love it. What are these most likely or just?
I can give you
best reviewed.
I can give you how likely it's going to be actually, but in at number 5, solar evolution.
Okay.
The sun will eventually become a red giant star, right? Oceans will evaporate. Atmosphere will be stripped away. Surface temperatures will become lethal, and then also there's a chance that the Earth just might be swallowed entirely by our own sun. Probability 100%.
Yeah,
this is 100% certain. We've got 5 billion years to work out what we're going to do about that.
While. Yeah.
But that's happening.
Yeah.
That will the Earth will no longer exist.
Right. So number 5.
Earth
towards the sun.
The inevitable.
Yeah.
End
Mind you,
Earth.
we had that really hot day in the 70s, didn't we? So
we're
saying
That's Gervais, isn't it?
Yeah. We used to call that summer.
Yeah. In at number 4.
Go on.
Rogue black hole.
Rascal.
A rogue.
You little blighter.
One that would turn up at the house. And
turns up at the house, knocks on the door.
I'm a bit down on my luck. Can you help me out? Yeah. I'll only be here for a couple of nights.
Oh, I know. Before you know it.
Yeah.
He's got his feet on the coffee table.
No, a rogue black hole or a rogue star passing through our solar system.
Yeah.
That would be pretty bad.
It doesn't sound great. A black hole comes through.
If a wandering black hole or star passed close enough, planetary orbits would completely destabilize. Obviously, we'd be tugged and pulled about. Earth could just be ejected deep into deep space.
Bloody hell.
Oceans and atmosphere could freeze, and the entire
probably would freeze, I imagine.
The entire solar system becomes gravitational chaos.
God.
The only problem about that one is it's not likely. It's not likely. That would be really unlucky. That'd be really unlucky if a black hole just sort of turned up.
It sounds unlucky, doesn't it?
But there would be very little early detection, especially for a black hole.
They don't phone ahead, do they?
No.
That's the issue.
So even though it's really unlikely, we won't know about it until it's way too late.
No.
Sounds
exciting.
All right, we're in the top 3 now.
Top 3, here we go.
Nearby supernova.
Right.
If the star goes into supernova, that would basically be radiation apocalypse. A star could be 50 light years away and explode, and that would be a bit of a problem.
50 light years.
The Earth would be hit with a massive dose of radiation. The atmosphere would be changed chemically. Ozone would be destroyed. We're only just starting bringing that back, aren't we? I remember we were obsessed with the ozone layer in the 90s.
That was a big thing. It was almost like in the 90s, the ozone layer was like, if we just fix the ozone layer, we'd be absolutely cushy. Turns out.
Increased mutation.
Keep talking.
And ecosystem failure. So I don't know. I don't know if it'd be a bit like suddenly everyone's got 3 arms and stuff.
What was that film? Catastrophe, I think it's called, where everything's evolved.
Is that right?
It's a really good film. Everything's kind of like supercharged. It's got Natalie Portman in it.
Never even.
It's the bloke who did. Is it Alex Garland?
Never heard of him.
He did The Beach.
Right.
It's really good. There's something happens.
There's
a thing called Shimmer, and inside it, things have kind of evolved, sort of ultra evolved, and they've become kind of sort of beautiful, but at the same time monstrous.
Right. Anyway, unlike an asteroid,
yeah,
wandering into the system, it could sterilize large portions of the biosphere via radiation, and you would see the star brighten, and then the radiation arrives later, which I assume...
I suppose 50 years later, presumably, if it's light years.
If it travels at the speed of light...
We can't travel faster. We've covered this.
Yeah.
Nothing's faster than light.
No.
So you've got 50 years.
Depends how old I am.
You might not even have to worry.
If I'm already 50, I'd be like...
Forget it.
But then I'd worry about my kids, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Should never have had those. Now we get into sort of a bit more.
And what's the likelihood of that?
Not likely.
Okay.
Not likely. But now we're getting a bit more likely.
Okay.
But right, well, I'll say a large asteroid or comet impact.
Okay.
The reason why it's scary is that we know for a fact that that's a proven
planet
killer.
It did for the
old dinosaurs there.
Them old dinosaurs.
There would be instant continent scale devastation, global firestorms, years of sunlight blocked by dust, collapse of global ecosystems, and ocean chemistry disruption. Even survivors of the blast usually die later from the climate collapse. So it can be like really slow and brutal. But the good news is that asteroids and things like that are things that we're keeping an eye on. Not me personally, but we're actively sort of on the lookout.
Yeah.
In at number one.
And now that's fairly likely we're keeping a lookout. Okay, and number one, let's go.
In at number one is...
Can I try and guess?
Go on. I think you'll get it. It's actually quite boring, but it's terrifying.
Hang on. So it's not the one that not everyone, but the one that I knew about. Was the sun. Eventually, the sun's going to expand.
Yeah.
You know that. What is this?
But we've got some time. We've got some time on our hands. But
is it just the kind of that something happens to the structure of the Earth? Like there's just a massive earthquake in the core. Of the Earth.
I suppose that would not be space.
No, you're right. Okay, so it's not that. Oh God. Oh, it's not aliens, is it? Imagine if that was number one.
It's not aliens.
What is it?
It's not aliens. Gamma ray burst.
What the?
They call that the universe's sniper rifle.
Oh no.
A gamma ray burst is one of the most energetic events known to exist. If one occurred close enough and pointed at Earth, the atmosphere chemistry.
Who's pointing it at Earth though?
Well, we don't know.
So it is aliens.
No.
Right. Okay.
It'd be a freak accident. Really freak. Okay. Really freak.
A gamma ray burst.
The atmosphere chemistry would be destroyed in seconds. Sorry. Ozone layer would vanish. Solar radiation would flood the surface of Earth. Mass extinction would likely follow rapidly. Zero warning. These beams travel at the speed of light. If it hits, it's already happened. Zero warning. There's nothing you can do about it. It's super, super unlikely.
Wow. But
gamma ray bursts happen.
Yeah.
And when you do sort of consider the vastness and, you know, just random things have to happen and there's so much chance for anything to happen when you're thinking about the whole of the universe. If we get sniped by one of those gamma ray bursts, that's it. There's nothing that can be done.
Gamma ray burst and it travels at the speed of light.
Yeah.
That's rapid, isn't it? That is...
So I went through.
That's good. I'm glad that's why when you were given free reign.
Yeah. But you know that
you came up with not one.
The one thing I'm really genuinely worried about is in 5 billion years' time the sun will expand into a red giant, right? Because we have, as a species, a track record of leaving stuff to the last minute.
We do. I know.
Before COVID, it was for years. It was there could possibly be some sort of pandemic or something like that. We should maybe prepare for that. Worry about it later, don't worry. And I do think we'll get to a year before
I know.
the sun expands.
We think it will never come up. Do you ever get that thing where you where you check into a hotel and you're excited because you're going to a nice hotel, and there's another family and they're checking out at the same time, and you think, oh, look at them. Their holiday's over.
Yeah.
And ours is just beginning.
Unlucky.
And then you think, we'll never be in that position.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That will never happen to
me.
me.
Yeah, and that's humans, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think human beings still get hangovers. They'll be like, oh, I won't get a hangover this time. You're like, no, you will.
Yeah, yeah.
And that, to me, is why we haven't sorted out the planet. Because it's like, well, it's, it's not happening literally this evening. If it was happening, I tell you what, if it was happening if the end of the world was happening this evening, we still wouldn't do it before noon, but we get to it at about 2.
Yeah.
And we think, I reckon we can sort it by 5.
Yeah.
And then by 10 p.m, there'll be a panic. And it'll be like, oh, I've got to put the fucking kids to bed. Well, we haven't started. We should have started earlier. I said we should have started earlier. And then eventually we would just about manage to solve it at about 2:30 a.m. And we'd be like, that's late. But like, is it all right? And we'd have to negotiate. We'd have to email the end of the world saying, sorry, it's late.
Yeah.
We should have started earlier. Is this all right? And it'd go,
we do.
All right, fine.
We just
fine. It was going to be midnight.
We just scraped through.
We just scraped through. Yeah. We'll stop it happening at 2:30 a.m. when it was going to happen at midnight, and they'll go, all right, fine.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, thank God. And also, we wouldn't learn anything from it.
No,
like,
that's what I was about to say.
Thank goodness for that.
No one will go, well, we've learned a lesson.
Well, no, we've never learned a lesson. We learned nothing. We'll tell you what we learned from COVID. We had all these government ministries that were like underfunded. They were like, we should have prepared more. And what we've done since COVID is we've closed all those fucking things down. Absolutely. We're like, well, that was annoying. Stop. Let's pay even less money to the scientists now because they were irritated. They annoyed us because they were boffins and they were telling us stuff and it was irritating.
Oh, Joe.
We've learned nothing.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I am all fact out.
I'm fact out. You've been all right in this, but I've been fucking terrible in this one. You've told me that.
Yeah.
You didn't notice any difference
when we had a little break there during the podcast. Joe said, "I'm really sorry. I'm being really rubbish this episode."
I'm being rubbish. Honestly,
I said, "I don't know if this makes you feel any better or not, but I can't tell any difference." I think you've been really good.
I was all right at the beginning, then I've tailed off a bit.
Well,
but look,
hold on to your hat because we've got to film another episode straight after this one.
I've got quite a good fact for this one actually.
Good. But, right, listen, I'm all fact out, Joe. Let's
no one likes
bring
facts anyway. But...
What have we learned today? We've learned that what was your fact, Joe? Oh, we learned that Johnny Cash
first American
was the first American to know about Stalin's death. We learned that crows hold a grudge, and we've also learned that the world's ending. So thanks very much for listening or watching, whatever it is. We hope that you've learned something with us. We'll be back next week armed with more facts, chats, and crow attacks. Did you come up with that?
No.
Still good.
It's still good. Don't forget, you can get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something that feels true to you or whatever nonsense you'd like to get to us. Like I did like that "Would you rather" thing from Sam earlier.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. More of those. That was good.
Keep those coming. Email us hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp number is 07822034330, or you can follow us on social media @joeandjamespod, and you can message us there. And head to the podcast description if you've already forgotten those details. That was a podcast. There we go.
Hooray.
We've got another one to do straight after this.
Yeah!
Joe and James, fact up!